What's up? My name is Justin. This is just a quick thing for you guys who are making music, who's recording music. This is basically the way you should record your vocals so you could have the best quality for what you are working with, basically. Okay. Alright, first of all, this is what you'll need. You'll need an audio interface. If your microphone is not a USB powered microphone, then yes, and you will need phantom power. Phantom power is basically electricity that goes through here to power up your microphone condenser. And yeah, just give it energy to work with. The magnetism inside the transducer will then bounce out in and out due to your vocals, and it'll catch the samples. So that way you'll get the sound into the computer. Next, you'll need your condenser microphone. This one's a Samsung CO1U. You'll need a good shock mount if you want to reduce movements, basically. Pop filter for plosives. That's if you say p, p, p. You might hear here. P. So yeah. And you'll need a mic stand so you could actually be comfortable while you're standing up, because you do need your diaphragm to actually spit out words. Well, that's not true, but you do need the diaphragm to actually, get a good recording. Also, additionally, you need some of your bed sponge or something, or a studio foam, basically. Also, find a way to put it on the wall or something. Here's one here. Also, since my floor is carpets, don't worry about this shit. Since it's carpets, it will absorb the vocal reflections. So the reflections won't be a problem. Lastly, you'll need headphones. Because why would you record stuff if you don't listen to it, and you don't want to use these monitors to record? Because if you do, it will go into the microphone and you will get feedback. Feedback is not good. You do not want that. Otherwise, basically, what's going through here will go into your microphone, and it'll come back out here, loop and loop, and you hear that screech thing. That's what it is, and you don't want the thing to bleed. Of course, I forgot to say this, but you also need a software like Audacity or any digital audio software that you will use to record your vocals. First is first, plug in your wires, So I got my microphone connected, and I power on this, right? Also plug in your headphones, could get a good mix. You don't need the monitors if you want. And here, the gain knob, zoom into that. You would want your gain knob to be in a comfortable position where it does not overpeak. For this interface, you will see with the green and the red, what's the word, signals. So here, let me give you an example. Alright, right now I'm opening my software, which is FL Studio. You won't hear it because I just put the monitor down. Okay, cool. You'll see it. So, you would want to get a good input like this when it's green. Not like when it's red. So here. That's me blowing into the microphone. You do not want that. You want to keep it green, and you want to keep it comfortable. Alright, this is a just for you to see. Notice that the meter does not go under -6 decibel. Make sure not under but over. It's not going over -6. It's not going over -3, and definitely not definitely not 0. You do not want your vocals to go at 0 or above 0 unless you want it to be distorted. Because what it does is it clips and it squashes your vocals. You could do it if you want distortion, but for mainly if you want your vocals to be regular, you do not want it to be over 0, over -3, and yeah, -6 if you know what you're doing. But yeah, keep it under there. As long as it's under, you're okay. Make sure. If you are peaking and it's going over -3, -0, what you'll have to do is locate your gain. For mine, it would be this, but for I don't want to mess with it because it's nice. You would have to tweak it, so you would lower down this to get better input. If you do put it too high, you will start hearing noise. Basically, the air that is around the microphone, it will pick it up. Say if you have a fan on or something, it'll get that. The computer, it would catch that too. The computer fan. Basically, you hear a tss. You don't want that. If you do get that, then lower down this thing like so much. If it's uncomfortable for you to listen while you are recording, what you would do is lower down your playback or lower it down in the DAW. You will have to lower your track where the beat is routed to. Only time you'll work with this is if you know what you're doing and you want it to be comparable towards this in the input. That way you'll have a better comfortable recording. What you want to do is get your headphones, make sure it's on, make sure people can listen. If it is comfortable for your person to record or you to record, then good. If not, then you could raise it up a bit. You could lower down the beat, or you could lower down the beat just to make it comfortable. You do not want to have it, of course, over like the top. You don't want it to be so damn loud you can't hear yourself. And you do not want it loud that the headphones will pick up into the microphone. Because if it does, again with the feedback, the speaker will go into the microphone and it would record that. And you don't want that in your vocals. You want your vocals to be very clean. This camera battery's dying. Alright. What you want when you're recording, it depends on what you want basically. If you want your vocals to sound deep and clean, what you'll have to do is to be closer to the microphone. The closer to the microphone that you are, the deeper the tone will be. But if you are recording and you do not want it to be very loud, then give yourself 6 inches to 1 foot, depending on your input level. Again, but keep yourself at a good distance where you would not be too close and too far from it. So I'd say put your hand out, let it touch your mic, then put the pop filter down. This will be a perfect spot for you. Again, you could listen to your headphones and find the right spot. What you want to do is just get the best to your song, the best to how you feel. All right. As I said, with pop filters, you don't want it to you want it to be in front, not behind. Okay, if it's behind, then I'm sorry, somebody taught you wrong. But it has to be in front, and it has to be at a distance where it would catch the wind without hitting the microphone. Shock mount, that's for shock, so in case you fuck up and you mess up and you hit it, it's like, oh no. The shock mount, the rubber will recoil the bounce. Alright. If you do want better deep tone, there's something called a proximity. What you will do is tilt the microphone so it's hitting the top. It hits the top of the diaphragm and your vocals will hit it. That will give you a deeper tone at a farther distance. It would be better for you. Also, make sure that your microphone is a hypercardioid or super hypercardioid. You don't want bidirectional, omnidirectional, because what that would do is pick up sounds from different places. If you have 2 people and you want to do a bidirectional mic and do it at the same time, then do it. Nobody's stopping you. But for mainly one person, you would want a super hypercardioid or hypercardioid microphone. Alright. Once you get that down, there shouldn't be a problem. Make sure you don't have keys in your pocket. Don't hit this shit when you're messing up. And keep away from music. Keep away from having devices next to the microphone. If your wire is not balanced, it will tell you, depending on. It will give you static and clicks and different weird kind of interference, and you don't want that. So yeah, that's about it, I guess. Record your vocals and that's good. That'll be for recording. If it sounds weird to you, last notes, if it sounds weird to you in the end even though it's clean, that is because it's not mixed in right and you haven't put in certain things. You can use things like compressors, EQ to fix up the tones, but leave that for the mixer. And if you are a mixer, then you gotta learn about it. That's it.